only I could turn back
storyline or whatever you're supposed to be doing in that game
You just pretty
is.
much there was no storyline. It was just a bunch of mini games and battles as well.
Yeah, I remember there's one with like a lick-a-tongue, right? And then there's one with like Clefairies and stuff. But
Yeah, I remember doing those mini games for hours with my sisters.
yeah, so
But I remember because all I had was rental Pokemon before even because I didn't have any of the Game Boy games yet.
yeah,
I was freaking struggling with the final challenge against Blue in the Pokemon Tower.
no, yeah, like
Eventually, because I had
what
my
is it?
team with the three bird legendaries and the three starters fully evolved.
Oh yeah,
Eventually, I did a team that worked the best for me, even though I'd always lose the last match because I always started Venusaur off with Leech Seed,
yeah.
and the rival had
Damn.
their fire type left. Well, Venusaur's my last one because the fire type defeated the one before that. So eventually, this
Yeah,
one time, I was like, "Fuck it!" Instead of using Leech Seed at first because I like to have an insurance, I just did Takedown and managed twice before he died. And managed to win.
yeah.
And got my
No,
Charmander
yeah.
that way. When I got the Game Boy game, I started with Squirtle. But you know what my sister decided to do?
Erase over your save file.
Yeah, she did that because she did not understand what she was doing. She used to yell at me about not doing stuff I don't understand. I understood it better than her because I'd actually read instructions.
Yeah. No, that's the classic, man. That's why I was like, Pokemon should have more than just one save file for stuff like that. But whatever, they'll do whatever they're gonna do. We're still gonna buy it anyway. Like
But
Sword and
yeah,
Shield is
dude,
coming out.
it
Sword
is.
and Shield is coming out,
But
and
she
Crow and
think.
I were debating this. Go ahead, go ahead. My bad.
Okay, man, I'll finish then you go to what you and Crow were debating.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I told her that Game Boy game could only have one save file. She's like, no, you don't. You see those four things? Like, that's for other people with their own Game Boy games. And she's like, no, you're not. She tried to prove me wrong. I was
Yeah.
so mad at her. And I had to
No, dude, it's
restart again, but I was glad because I could actually. Because I had my original Charmander from doing that. So I started out with the Charmander this time, enjoyed the game more, even though I had problems with the first two gyms.
yeah.
Now
Well, what
you
did
and
you use to
Crow.
get past them?
Dude, I freaking kept battling and battling, you going through items till I managed to.
Oh yeah, I was like, you didn't catch the Nidoran and teach it like double kick
No, I
or anything
didn't
like
because
that.
I didn't know about that stuff. I mainly kept like training my Spearow and my Rattata's up, evolved them, so I'd actually
Oh
have
damn.
a better chance in my Weedle evolved at the Beedrill.
Yeah,
But yeah, I had to do it the
that's the
hard way.
no, yeah, that's the strat. What I did is I caught the Caterpie, evolved
hmm
that thing into Butterfree, used Confusion to get past the gyms.
Well, Caterpie had a hard to catch counter rate in red.
Yeah, I
Blue,
think
they were
that was
easier.
the Weedles. You
hmm
always got Weedle instead.
Majority of the time, very rarely would you ever see a Pikachu or a Caterpie.
Yeah, that's
Actually, I
right. Because
think I
I
got
think
through the
in
second one because I found a Pikachu after hours of scouring breeding forest.
yeah, what is it you get in red? It's like Weedle and Ekans, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
you can also get Ekans in red.
Yeah, Ekans. But no, yeah, the new ones are coming out,
hmm
and I was debating Crow over the price because they're coming out with two, Sword and Shield. And they're I think I can't prove this right now because I don't know everything about this game yet,
hmm
but they're trying to get you to buy both of them. So I'm like, you got to dish out $120 for this game. You know what I mean? To get like the full thing if it's the way they're trying to make it. So
Which is another controversy with Pokemon.
I don't know if it's a controversy, but like, what is it? Sun and Moon cost $30 a piece, so getting both of them cost the price of one game. And they're cutting out the national decks,
Which
saying that
angers
they're trying
me.
to make it more fluid and stuff, and the sprites they're reusing from X and Y. So they're not even like pumped up to where they could be. And they're charging you a
Dude.
$60 price tag,
Okay, they're
you know?
still doing the freaking X and Y era sprites that they've been doing ever since those games came out. Yet they
Yeah.
can't do the national Pokédex.
Yeah, for a $60 price tag. So I was like, that online better be flawless. Like that better be the best online. It better like beat Fortnite in the way it runs. You know what I mean? So,
Damn straight, man.
especially yeah. So like we were just talking about the price tag that they're charging for the Pokemon games, especially since they're releasing two versions still. Because I think they could have just made one definitive version, which I still think they're going to make a third installment. So it's like Sword Shield. I think they're going to make like Spear version or something, and that's going to be another $60.
Well, they haven't
So
done the third version thing since Emerald.
since what do you call it, Ruby? Wait, no,
It
before
was
that.
Emerald. Because X and Y, they
Yeah.
thought they'd make a Z, but they didn't. And when they
Yeah, they
brought
didn't make
back
the Z.
the Ruby and Sapphire, they didn't do
Yeah,
Emerald.
because they
That's
bought Black and
Platinum.
White 2
That was
and
the last one.
yeah, Platinum. There you go. Platinum's the last one. Then Black and White had Black and White 2. Then X and Y didn't have anything, and then Sun and Moon had like Sun and Moon 2, like Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
So
which I got Ultra Sun I haven't played yet.
yeah, but could you imagine if they did that? They did like maximum Sword and Shield. They brought out another 2. I think that's just like a bigger like fu to everybody.
Yeah, bigger
Well, whatever.
slap in the face than what they've done so far.
Yeah, but like I don't know. That's just my gripes. Crow did agree with the price tag thing, but I think that's for
Dude.
another time.
Like, I hated the whole
So, like-
sequels in general instead of having a third game. Because if you, at least with the third game, you had the option to buy that if you don't want to buy the other, even though you still need to front with the other one to get all the Pokemon. It was balanced.
No, yeah. I mean, after third gen came out, that's when like the games were really like focused on legendaries and stuff because what is it? You didn't even know about Mewtwo. He was never on the box art for any of these games, red and blue or yellow. And then the legendaries showed up in silver and gold, but they're not a part of the story. You got to go off like on a side mission to catch those things, you know? But then what is it in third gen? You have to encounter them. They're part of the story, and ever since then, that's the way it's been. It's always about the legendary. They're trying to catch the legendary, use the legendary. You got to stop them, and you catch it. And I don't know. We haven't really strayed from that in a long. I think Sun and Moon was probably the most different.
Yeah, I still gotta play my Ultra Sun, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Let me just be quiet on that end.
Dude, you can do spoilers. I don't give a rat's behind.
Yeah. So, well, I'll just let you play because I didn't play the Ultra games. I just played regular Sun. I think you just got the sequel. So there's
Yeah.
stuff that's different in it.
Well, when I go for Pokemon games, I go for like the red equivalent, the first one titled.
Yeah. So,
So it's
I
gonna
don't know.
take
I
me
usually
forever to
base
get
my-
all the Pokemons.
yeah. Like, I don't know if you
else to
do this,
say.
Kaiba, but did you base on whatever game you got, like, based on whatever legendary you thought was the coolest?
Nope. Or else I would have got Soul Silver, because I always thought Lugia was one of the coolest.
Yeah.
Which I ended up
Like-
getting in frickin' Alpha or Omega Ruby anyway, because they had that frickin' time portal in the sky you could do.
Yeah. I used to just pick it off the legendary. That's what I used. And then I'm like, because X and Y, I didn't like either of them. And then, in this one, I don't like either of them. So, I don't know. It's just getting weirder and weirder now to me, but whatever.
What's really weird is they're finally evolving Farfetchd after all these years. Decades.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Crow and I debate about that shit all the time. I think that thing is ugly. I think that thing is the ugliest
I
thing I've
think
ever
it's
seen.
wrong. You know why? Because Farfetchd is supposed to be based on a samurai.
Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Instead,
I
they
see
turn him
that.
into a knight. How does a samurai evolve into a knight?
Yeah, I'm just surprised they did anything with him because I feel like they forgot about him. So,
Well, they were gonna give Farfetchd evolved form in gold and silver, but they never got to it.
no, yeah, they didn't even give him a mega, Like, that's what everyone's theory was, that he would get a mega or something, but now he just has a gala form.
I'd rather
And-
him had a mega.
No, yeah, it would have made sense for him to have a mega, but they didn't do it.
I'm just saying him because most of the time you find a Farfetchd is male.
Yeah, for sure. Now it's a jousting Farfetch'd that I think is terribly ugly, but that's my opinion.
Why make it a jouster when it's a samurai?
Yeah. Well, that's Yeah, I was like, I think he looks like a jouster, but apparently that's supposed to be a sword, but I don't know. It looks like a lance to me.
It does look more like a lance when you think about it.
Yeah. So,
But,
other
geez,
than
what were
that,
they thinking? Or what were they smoking behind the scenes? As we all know, weed's illegal in Japan. Wait,
yeah, I
never
actually found
mind.
that out.
Methamphetamines are actually popular there.
Is it?
You'd be surprised.
Because I found out. Side note, just found that out like recording with Erica on Toy Bounty Hunters like show.
Hmm.
That if you go to Japan, like if they suspect you of being high on whatever, they can screen you, and if you just go to jail. Like if you have anything in your system, and I was like, oh my god, like a lot of people don't even know that they're very strict with their air policies and the drug policies in Japan.
Well, personally, I think we should be a little bit more strict in America, except for with herbs. Weed's an herb.
No, yeah, that's up for debate to some. I think that it's beneficial, but hey, if you disagree, you disagree. That's fine.
How many
But
murders have you found statistically of people on weed compared to meth or cocaine?
no, for sure. Like, what is it? The bath salt incident. Didn't some guy like eat another living human being? Like he was chewing his face off.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. Like some Hannibal Lecter crap.
yeah, So like, th- all I'm saying is like, you can have your opinion. That's fine. But like, I've never heard of any crazy thing like that. Like the worst thing I think is like somebody flirting with somebody because they're high and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna go for it. But I've never heard of like, oh yeah, he went nuts and just chased him down and ate him like halfway alive. So
It's dumber
uh,
than this frickin' Minnesota Christian sponsored billboard saying, I tried weed and now I'm gay.
what? It's like
I found this on when I was back on Tumblr during my brony days, okay? Because I actually knew a few people from Minnesota back then.
yeah.
Yeah, and these people were anti Christian because of this crap.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes more sense. I was just like,
And I'm
what's
like,
going on,
dude, I'm a
Kaiba? Like,
Christian and I wouldn't even think that.
no, it's a weird radical belief. You know what I mean? I don't know because I don't want to throw my political opinion out there too much on stuff like that. Like, because I'm religious as well, but like I don't take everything the Bible says. I form my own opinion based on
I call
like
myself an open minded Christian. I don't
yeah,
mind if you're
like
trans, gay, whatever. We're all
yeah,
human beings. God made us in his image, meaning
you
that
know,
he's not
yeah,
perfect either.
no, yeah, for real.
And if he has a problem, he can smite me.
It's what is it? I think the teachings and the biblical tones are just used as a like a guidelines book. It's more allegorical,
That
basic
I'd have to
like
agree on.
like it's allegorical. So you're supposed to take it and apply it, just for your own betterment. But you don't take everything completely the same because there's stuff in the Bible that what is it that women are supposed to serve men or something like that. And I don't, like I don't do that shit. I don't even
Yeah,
hold that like to
I
account.
would
I don't hold
never.
that accountable.
Back when I had my ex fiance, I'd never let her make me a sandwich because I'd make my own damn sandwich.
No, yeah, for real. Like if you want, especially like you make it the way you like it, Don't like blame anybody else if it doesn't come out the way you like.
Exactly.
So, I mean, other than that, like that's just my view on things, but whatever. Just let people do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting anybody or others, just let it go.
Yep.
With exceptions of stuff like, I'm not saying, yeah, like let people just go ahead and be pedophiles, leave them alone. Like, no, I don't agree with that. But like,
Dude, I think legally all male pedophiles should be castrated.
you're not the only one that thinks that. Like, there's a lot of people who think that. So,
Problem is with the frickin' super jackwagons these days thinking that a hug equals sexual assault. I'm like,
no, yeah,
okay, I'm rethinking my policy. If they actually touch someone
yeah,
inappropriately in the no-no area, they should
yeah.
be
I'm like,
castrated.
get a grip, get a grip with that hugging bullshit. Like,
Oh, did you
I
hear
don't know
about that
where that came
5-year-old
from.
kid?
Yeah,
I actually found the
because
article on that, and the school denies it, but they never followed up with the article. So I'm thinking,
are you talking
okay,
about that one where they he's like, what is it? He's 4.
Five.
He's a
Yeah, and he
like a
was
kid,
hugging and kissing his classmates.
and they try to register him in like the sexual assault or something like that.
Yeah, I found the freaking article on that. Turns out there was a follow up talking about the school's side of the
Hmm.
story, but they
Yeah,
never followed up after it again. I'm thinking,
that's
okay, if the school is actually guilty, shame on them. All everybody in charge should be fired.
yeah.
If it's a family trying to push an anti-political agenda, they should be
I mean, that's
ashamed.
just a shame. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you shouldn't use a kid for a political agenda. Don't weaponize your children.
Didn't they use like this German girl that went up and basically gave a speech about, like how dare she's a meme now, how
Mm-hmm.
dare you? I shouldn't be here, you know?
Freaking Yellow
And
Flash
they
uses it all the time as videos.
yeah. So,
And I love it.
yeah. No,
No homo.
just stop, don't input children in like the messages you're trying to make for anything, Bring a scientist up there. Let him tell you how fucked we are.
An actual
Sorry, Mario.
scientist, dude. Not one of those people with an agenda themselves.
Yeah, somebody with merit. Hey, we're in trouble. We need to like pay attention right now. Something, anything like that. Don't bring me a kid that's just like y'all suck.
How
So
dare
I don't
you?
know. Yeah, it's
Dude,
just that.
I
Yeah,
found something even more disturbing on Twitter. It happened in Canada.
yeah.
Yeah, this 14-year-old girl was groped and touched down under by this immigrant kid her age from Syria who's a refugee. And you know what the Canadian government says? You should be more sensitive
What?
to his culture. And the girl ended up in therapy.
Wow, that's messed up.
I know, man. I'm like,
That's
okay, it doesn't matter what culture it is. No is a no. If you want to immigrate to another country, you should learn their customs. If I want to move to
no,
Japan,
yeah,
I
that's
should
true.
learn
I'm
their
like,
language, their customs.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter that that's his culture. He doesn't. He's not where his culture is prevalent. Like whatever. Let me just shut up before I say something stupid. I know me well enough. So
Dude, it's my show. You can say anything you want as long as you don't do racial slurs.
no, no, I wasn't gonna do that. But like, I just know me well enough. I'm just gonna leave well enough alone. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on in the world today, where
Reminds me of that
that's
meme I
just
stole off Facebook that's John Wick on it. Common sense is not a gift, it's a punishment for those who have to deal with people around them who don't have it.
no, yeah. I mean, like that's just messed up. I mean, whatever. Just
Anyway,
gonna
we
shut up.
derailed off the topic. We already talked about the Pokemon game, so let's talk about
So
the anime.
Pokemon?
How do we get a
Like
Pokemon? How do we get a
Yeah.
Pokemon to this?
I don't know, Kaiba. I really don't know. Do you remember Pokemon when they touched you inappropriately and you went
Oh,
after
that
them?
freaking meme with, dang it, what was that Pokemon? Gardevoir's
Which
first
one?
form. I forget.
Which one?
Curly, I think. The one that involves the Gardevoir. Where it pretty much showed
Oh
this
yeah, yeah,
dude in
yeah.
a suit in front of her with one of those Pokemon with the Pokeball thing. It's okay, where did they touch you?
Yeah, that's messed up. You know
There's a lot of
you
messed
go
up memes, dude.
yeah you go after like the guy who like assaulted you. You just burn him to a crisp with your Charizard. Like yeah, Charizard, flamethrower.
I can
So
never do the Christopher Walken voice, no matter how hard I try.
if you ain't running, you're walking. Anyway,
But yeah, anime, dude. You got interested in Kanto, right?
I'm sorry. What?
That's where we ended up talking about the games early. We already finished up with the game, so let's try to talk about the anime.
Oh, the anime. Yeah. Here we go. The anime, I stopped pretty much after Johto because I think that's when like the quality was dipping in and out, and I just got tired of Ash losing constantly, and I jumped back in for X and Y because that's when it actually got really good, and he got character development, and he aged. He actually made it to I think 14 years old.
Not
Um,
officially, dude, because they never confirmed it.
oh, that's lame. But he almost won that league, and I think he got robbed from it, and that pissed me off. So I never even bothered watching again. And he just finally won, and I didn't care.
Funny thing
So
is, right before Diamond and Pearl, I got out of it.
yeah.
And then when X and Y came back, I decided to binge watch from where I left off to catch up. Because I started watching X
Oh,
and
so
Y.
you watched Black and White, and you watched that garbage it was.
Dude, I was so I almost went my hand through a freaking wall when they're like, 10-year-old Ash Ketchum. Dude, I seriously wanted to go and punch a wall. Arrest
No,
this
it's
guy for wall
ridiculous. You know, like
abuse.
this kid has traveled the world less than a year. You know what I mean? He hasn't even been around the world in like
And
he's gone to like 11 regions within a year. You know
dude,
what I
at
mean?
least 2 summers have confirmed to have passed, if you think about it.
Yeah, you know,
Because
like there's
first,
been
like,
time where there's
he goes
snow.
to Mayon's Peak in Kanto era.
Yeah.
Brock was complaining because summer's over. He has to wait a year for bikini season again.
Yeah,
Though they
yeah. The
never get back
continuity
to
in Pokemon
thing
is just
being summer
trash.
again until at summer camp in Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
So at least 2 summers had to
So,
have passed.
no,
Minimum.
summer's passed, winters came, you know, like
Even met Santa Claus once, though it got censored in the U.S. because they're afraid of blackface.
if you're talking about Jinx, I disagree with you. Jinx is awesome. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Jinx is awesome.
But I hopped back on an X and Y, and the anime was really good, you know. And I think it's funny because the game is lackluster for X and Y when you think about it,
I just
and
like
the
the
anime is really
customization.
good. Huh?
I just like the customization because I was able to make my trainer like me, tan with green eyes. Well, I'm green hazel, but still.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. I like that too. But it was more focused on gimmicks than the actual game. But what is it? The anime was really good, and it picked up. And I think Diamond and Pearl and X and Y is when like it had some of the best moments. You know?
Dude, I was a hardcore Poke shipper for many years, but then I watched X and Y.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm more shipper, dude.
yeah,
I ship Ash with Sharina, okay? Because, like, wait a minute, there's actually a girl that somehow predates Misty?
yeah. She moved when they were kids before he was 10. Yeah,
Dude, I actually ship Misty with Tracy, okay?
it makes more sense actually now that you
That's more
say
like a
that.
handyman relationship, but might as well be for the Poke shippers.
No, yeah, I remember.
Because you
What is
know
it?
how
Wasn't his
girls call
primary
him?
Meryl? Yeah.
Yes, he is water type user.
Yes, sir.
And Misty ended up with, like, Azul Meryl somehow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Good point out. That's a good point out. Um,
Yeah, besides, even though her and Ash were a good thing, she sees Tracy more than Ash, because at least they're in the same region.
no, yeah, it's true. That and what else? Ah, damn. I'm losing it. No, no, no. Wait. Ash finally won a Lola. There you go. Won a Lola, but I don't care.
Aloha, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm like,
So,
okay, it's been over 20 years.
yeah, and he finally won something. And I'm just like, whatever. I'm so burnt out from this shit.
Dude, I made a
Um,
freaking video on it. I'm like, okay, why couldn't he have won it sooner? Because in Johto and Kanto, he was top 8.
yeah.
Freaking
Well,
did a
no,
little
why
bit of
didn't he go?
progress in. Damn it, what was the region for Ruby?
Hoenn.
Sapphire? Hoenn, yeah. In Hoenn, he got there again. Actually, it was Hoenn and Johto's top 8. He was top 16 in Kanto.
And Hoenn, he lost to a Meowth, didn't he?
I think, yeah, he did. That was
Yeah.
done by this, owned by this trainer who was both a coordinator and a trainer.
Yeah.
Which
He
would have
lost to
been a
the
slap in the face.
No, yeah, because I accepted what is it in Diamond and Pearl? He lost because he lost to a guy with like a legendary. He
Two
had a Darkrai.
legendaries.
Yeah,
After Darkrai, he had. Damn it. I always forget.
Latios or
Yeah,
Latias.
it's
One of the two.
Latios, the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one. So he had a Latios, you know. So I'm like, this guy's a cheater. He came in with legendaries. It makes sense why Ash lost. He lost to a Darkrai. You know.
Yeah, and then Ash fell back into the top 8 again in frickin' Unova. Which I thought that was
Which
a
one? Black and
bone.
white.
Yeah, which I thought was boned anyway because usually he faces his rival later on. His first match was his rival of the series.
No, yeah. Uh,
It's like
Black
what
and
the
white
hell?
dropped the ball big time, dude. Like that was awful.
First with Ash being 10 again, then Pikachu having to relearn his own moves. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, if you're gonna reboot Pokemon, at least do a different protagonist.
No, agreed. You know, agreed. Like I've been saying, they should switch out Ash for the longest time. You know.
They should have actually done it back in Johto.
Yeah, for sure. Bring in gold. Do something else.
Or bring, or what's his face who had a similar name to Gold that appeared in the few Diamond and Pearl movies?
Um, um,
Ash
um,
face in like the
um, uh,
intros.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna try. Like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try either.
Yeah. So
I'm
I
actually
don't know. The
hoping this
Pokemon
means
movies
they're
are
gonna
all over.
replace Ash. I'm
Yeah,
hoping that it happens.
they need to. They really do. I heard he's coming back to another new anime. I'm like,
It
whatever.
isn't confirmed yet,
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't.
but
I hope he makes a cameo, if anything.
I know.
You don't need any more Ash.
Or instead of being the protagonist, takes like a mentor role, where
Yeah,
he's not in
anything
the
else.
spotlight as much.
For sure. So, other than that, how we looking on time, my friend? Good
We're
still?
actually an hour and 3 minutes in.
Oh, we hit it. We hit the thing.
We did the thing.
Yeah, we did it.
Then we talked about a bunch of political nonsense I was trying to avoid.
I don't know how that happened either. You know, like, so.
Well, I'm an apolitical hole, so yeah.
No, yeah, I try to steer away from it too, but hey, it happened. It is what it is, man. Screw the rules.
Screw the rules. I have green hair and you have a glowing eye.
Yeah, I do. Don't forget it, nobody.
Whatever, human sans.
Did you know that the whole time? Like,
Anybody who knows anything of Undertale would realize that.
I'm a huge Undertale fan. I love Sans.
I've never
Like,
actually played the games, but I freaking got hooked on the fan music.
that's what got me into it, really. I think Etika of all people, I saw him play it, and I was like, "What is this game?" And I found out it's Undertale, and like I fell in love with their soundtrack and everything. I love Sans. Sans is the dude.
Well, what
I
got
love him.
me more into it was the Undertale version of Stronger Than You from Steven Universe.
Yes, that was a good one. And the I don't know if you heard the Determination song. I think they
Dude,
did one for Determination. I'll send it to you,
in
Kaiba.
Redemption, dude, I've freaking read this. I've heard the Sans original, the Kara version, and the. Damn, I always forget the protagonist's name.
Which one? Frisk?
Yeah,
Frisk?
version. Yeah.
Kara?
Frisk, Kara, and Sans version. Heck, my favorite's the trio version. Someone edited with all three of them.
Yeah, the
Singing
mashup
line.
one. I heard that too. The compilation one.
I got that on my
No,
MP3 collection, dude.
dude, I'm telling you, yeah, I fell in love with that character because I kind of relate a lot to Sans, like generally, like his character traits and shit. Like he likes to pretend he doesn't know what's going on, even though he does, and stuff like
And you
that.
seem to have a bone to pick.
Everyone wants to have a bad time, you know, like so.
Sans is awesome. That's the reason he should have been an actual character in Smash instead of a shooter costume.
No, I'm glad he even made it in one way or another. At least you got the, you know, that's a good thing.
Well, Sans was actually a long time coming and Undertale got popular. Because
Oh yeah,
Nintendo is starting to allow indies in.
yeah,
And
like
other console originals, like Cloud, originally PlayStation. I'm still trying to
yeah.
figure out how he got in.
It's supposedly because of the fan ballot that they had for Wii U, and Cloud was like top tier for that ballot. So I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
surprised
Um,
Nintendo even mentioned Cloud in the ballot.
yeah, that Bayonetta made it because of the ballot supposedly.
Well,
Um,
technically, Bayonetta is partly Nintendo because they have the biggest stake in the studio.
yeah, they bought it. That's why it's exclusive now.
That's
Bayonetta
what
3's
actually
coming out.
made the Wii U somewhat popular before it died.
Yeah, I don't even think Nintendo liked the Wii U. You know, they're like, "What the hell were we thinking?" when we... So
Dude, fun fact about Nintendo is they actually encourage the creators to keep Bayonetta somewhat slutty.
no, yeah, it's basically like it's her thing. You know what I mean? That's
Dude,
just like her. She's an icon because of
I
that.
think it was Miyamoto and they were trying to, or the dude who actually created Zelda, one of them two, and they tried to get him a reference to the Link outfit because they tried to cover it up and they're like, no, expose her.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit her aesthetic.
Oh, so
So yeah, they were like, don't cover her up too much if you don't have to.
yeah.
Which surprisingly,
Um,
Nintendo told them that.
no, yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes Nintendo gets it right, you know, because Nintendo, it's usually hit and miss with me. Like I love Nintendo, but I know they can be shady with their business practices and crap, and I know they'll like take you for a ride if you let them.
I love
So
how now they're the middle finger to censorship.
yeah, so far so good. You know, what is it? One of my favorite games, No More Heroes. That was like a Nintendo exclusive. That was only like on the Wii for the longest time. You know,
They
and I think
should
that game
somehow
was
get
great.
Travis Touchdown in the Smash.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one of the theories. You know, and he's gotta charge his beam saber the same way he does in the game. So
Shake it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like a shake weight.
Yeah, exactly like a shake weight. Not like anything else subliminal at all.
Yeah, man. Like, I was shocked
Hey,
that
if you
Banjo
think it's
Kazooie
anything
got
else,
in, man.
oh no, I was so happy he did. Like, I
Well,
think, I don't know.
I
I was gonna
think
say, I
Rare
think he kind of
separated from
sucks, but at the
Microsoft
same,
finally.
yeah, Microsoft and Nintendo have been partnering up a lot though. Like,
Yeah.
they,
Wouldn't surprise
they,
me if they get Master Chief in there somehow.
yeah, that's another theory that Master Chief is gonna be on there. That they're gonna start collabing a little more, make titles available.
Ever since they started working together, dude, gaming's actually been more fun than it's been.
No, yeah, it's like the old days where exclusives didn't always dominate. You know what I mean? Like games were available for everything, and they cooperate with each other for the players and stuff. And I think that's just it's a decent thing to do.
Like the 64 PlayStation era.
Yeah. So I can appreciate it. I like the fact that what is it like? Dauntless is coming to the Switch, so then it's going to be on like every platform, and they're all cross, I believe.
Yeah,
So
like
like
I play it on my PS4 and Broly plays it on his PC.
I play it on my Xbox. So
But yeah, I actually like multi-platforming because I think it gives it a fairness to everybody because you don't have to buy a certain console you don't know, the controls you're used to.
no, yeah, like what is it? A lot of people that I know play it on the PC. My computer isn't that good to run Dauntless flawlessly.
Dude, mine can
So
barely
like
run TF2 anymore.
yeah, you know, so like I wouldn't be able to play with them because I just my computer just can't handle it like theirs can. So like I'm glad they can cross platform. The way I can just like hang out with them and just play that
But I
stuff.
can't really
So,
live stream it too much anymore if I play with you guys because I have to chat with you through Discord. So no one can
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
that's true. But
I wish that PS5 and the next Xbox will integrate Discord.
I heard that they're gonna be focused on streaming only. Like there's not even gonna be games. Like you got to stream the games now. Like that's what they're gonna be doing.
Actually, it's been confirmed PS5 isn't going to be streaming, but they're
Oh
still
yeah.
working on the backwards compatibility issues to make sure that it will run PS4 games.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, how are they gonna make it backwards compatible streaming only? So whatever. Um,
Well, I
but
think the PlayStation Now service is a scam.
it kind of is. Like I have the Xbox Game Pass, but I think it's interesting because if you have Game Pass, you get the exclusives. Like Gears of War 5 came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay for Gears of War 5. It just came because I have Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a
So
service
like
they
you
expect you to keep paying for over the year, so make up for lost profit.
exactly, exactly. So I'm like, oh, it's a pretty decent trade. Now they included the Ultimate Bundle, jacked up in price. However, it's also paying for your subscription of Xbox Gold. So now you don't
Really?
really have to pay two separate anymore.
Dude, if they did that with PlayStation, I'd be happy.
No, yeah, and the thing is, like, PlayStation is kind of like ahead in the market. So I feel like they remember how Xbox got really cocky, how they used to dominate the consoles and stuff.
And then frickin' Xbox One got announced.
Exactly, and they were cocky about it, and it did a
Dude.
bunch of shit like you have to have a Connect attached, and no one was happy. Um,
Yeah, and then it was like you have to be connected 24/7. Nobody was happy.
yeah, and they're like, well, if you don't like it, get an Xbox 360, and I was like, that's a big like f you.
Dude,
Um,
that's the reason why when I finally graduated from a 360, I went PS4. Even though it
no, that
was,
a lot of people did that, and I'm like, now I'm worried that Sony is getting cocky, you know, because they're dominating right now. The PS4 is
well,
like
they're gonna be
up there.
Well, according to Yellow Flash, they're probably not going to be dominating too much longer if they keep the censorship corrupt up.
No, yeah, that's another problem, you know. Oh boy, that's a whole nother like issue. But yeah,
Everything's an issue.
Sony, yeah, they don't like to cross-platform. I remember if you wanted to play Fortnite on PS4, you can only play it on PS4. They did not want to cross-platform that.
Yeah, and people were forced to either give up or make another account for another platform.
Yeah, and I think that was a stupid idea,
Yeah,
you know?
eventually Sony gave up and allowed it, and now they're actually more friendly with cross-platforming because they realize how much better it is.
Yeah. So,
Like they're learning, just not as fast as you'd like them to.
no, yeah, and I think Xbox is doing things like Game Pass, trying to like work their way back up because I have a ton of games on Xbox because of Game Pass. You know what I mean? And you could just download and it's always there. There's like a huge library. There's even like what is it? Destroy All Humans is on there. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Um, but anyway, I digress. Is there anything you
Dude,
got
man.
from me?
Yeah, there ain't too much really, though. Freaking, we could keep this on for another hour if you want, dude.
I mean, fair, but I was like a 2-hour podcast. I don't think anyone's gonna watch that. Like,
No, they're not. But screw
yeah.
the rules. But yeah, dude, you're actually in person. I'll probably have you on again.
Oh, dude, yeah, more happy to help.
Or we could just do our own show, just not compete with Tea Time.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, no.
A
I'll take
non-compete
the L on that.
clause.
I'll take the L on that. I think they're gonna beat us, but who knows? We'll see what
What do you
happens. But I
expect
think they're gonna
when
beat
you have
us. Yeah.
two waifus talking instead of 3 or 4 dudes?
Fair enough. I'm just like I'd rather not compete
Like,
against
I'd
them.
rather do a show with a partner and just talk BS, not even try to compete.
No, man, I'm down for that. I'm sure I'm down for sure. So
Yeah, man.
no, yeah. Thank you for having me again. I had fun. This is fun.
Dude, it's been hilarious. I hope to get BPM on soon. We've been
Yeah,
trying to work that out.
yeah.
And eventually, all the Couch Crows, including Dean.
No,
Or
of
I might,
course, yeah.
if possible,
They're-
interview him and Crow together just to have them fight.
I mean, Dean is the D in DNA Crows. So,
Mm-hmm.
but no, yeah. To see what you guys come up with when you do your interviews. Thank you for having me. Shout outs to everybody again. What was it? Tea time. Join the Tea Gang. Shout out to Marco. Thank you again, Mario Kaiba. It was a pleasure.
No problem. Now, this is Mario Kaiba, screwing the rules with origami because I have green hair. Peace.
Adios.
For